And hello everyone, and welcome to this edition of Nowhere Videos Meat and Potatoes, the program that shows you easy recipes for great food. In this edition, I'm going to introduce you to a new member of the Meat and Potatoes crew, Mr. Mike Gibson. He joins me from our shared place of employment, and he's going to be doing guest cook for us tonight and share one of his recipes with us. And we're going to have a lot of fun. Also, we're going to introduce the first helper in this edition. It's going to be my stepdaughter, Angelina Kemplin. She's going to be helping Mike out make his meal tonight, and we hope you enjoy it. So, without any further delay, I'll turn the show over to Mike.
Hi, you know what? Playing cards is fun, isn't it? But you know what? So is cooking. And we're going to do that for you today. We're going to make cooking fun. What we're doing today, oh wait a minute. Got to bring you my little angel. She's going to help me today. We're going to do what they call a turkey pot pie. And it's, you know, you have that turkey, you did it for Thanksgiving, or you just did it. And it's in the freezer, and you go, what am I going to do with it? Well, you know what? Come on over here, Angel. What we're going to do today, we're going to set that pan over here, right like that. Now, what I would like for you to do is I'm going to show you how to do this, okay? Because anybody's going to do it. Young, old, in that little rascal chair. Now, what we're going to do is I want you to start grabbing that turkey and just peel it apart for your dad, okay? Start doing that, okay? Would you do that for me? Just peel it apart. Don't worry about getting on the floor. We have dogs, cats, and everything else. The mice will get it. But there you go. I'll even help you out here. Now, as we peel it, this is actually a meal that, you know, it's one of those, you've got those in the refrigerator. And you're trying to figure out how to make a meal. And this meal feels everybody, and it serves 4 to 6. And we'll show you all the secret ingredients. We're just going to peel that apart, okay? And we'll set the excess over here. We don't want the gristle in there. Try to, you know, not use the gristle. That's a little tough. We'll boil it down and, okay. Looks like we're about good to go there, huh? Well, let's flip that. Whoa. That was one big chicken. We'll set him aside. Guess what? We found his brother. We'll set him aside. All right. Kind of gooey, isn't it? Huh? But is this fun? Yeah, it's fun. You're over there and I'm burning my arm over the potatoes. Yeah, it's fun. Okay, you know what we're going to do now? We're going to take that. We're going to put this in a little pot of water. There's approximately about 4 to 5 cups. Because what you're wanting the water for is to bring down the connective tissue in the turkey to make it tender. Who likes a tough pot pie? Nobody. Who likes a tough steak? Nobody. So we're going to pour that right in there. Okay, if I could have, Angel, you want to go ahead and grab those bouillon cubes? We'll take this over here. We'll just put that there. Take those bouillon cubes. Go ahead. Take those bouillon cubes and unwrap them. There you go. Here, let me have one. I'll help you out there. All right. You ever think they couldn't like put these in tea bags? We could just dip it. It'd be done. Okay. She's getting hers. It's like the Price is Right. Who won, huh? Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to roll it in our finger like that. What that does is make the corners a little more easier to dissolve. There you go. You got one more. In this recipe, you can use 1 or 2 of these. Salt content for people, you know, I don't suggest that you use a whole bunch because you're also going to have other items such as garlic salt and cream of chicken soup. So you're going to want to watch your salt content. And then I'm going to have Angel go ahead and grab that spoon. I'm going to roll that one for you, okay? Angel's going to grab that spoon and she's going to stir that turkey up there. Okay, and I'm going to grab this and move over here and get rid of it. Bring from the bottom. There you go. Good job. Good job. See, teaching your kids how to cook. Great. Fantastic. Go. Good job. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that heat right there. I hope that's the back. We're going to elevate that just a little bit, because what we're going to want to do now is break up with the water the connective tissue. Take your peas and carrots. Grab the whole bowl there, sweetie. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to go over in this portion right here. And this is called teaching, and this is good. This is good for the family, you know. It makes an audible time for them. It makes it just a great scenario of everybody being together and having fun. And she's doing a great job. She's a little nervous. She just got out of the swimming pool, and it's all good. So what we're going to do is I'm going to help her because it's pretty hot. Come on. Get on this side of them, way over here now. Now, what I want you to do is take that spoon and start putting those peas and carrots in there. I'm going to show you, these are away. There you go. That didn't take long. Now we're just going to scrap those down in there. And this is such an easy meal. It takes seconds. Okay, now remember how I showed you how to do it from the top, from bottom to top? Bottom to top. Let's do that again. Right there. Let's go ahead. Bottom to top. Bottom to top. There you go. Good job. Good job. Now what we got to do is we're going to get that bouillon going. So we're going to have to up that a little bit so we can get that bouillon cube basting in that water, because that is what they call our, you know, our base. We haven't made our roux yet. That comes a little later. This is what just your standard cream of chicken soup. It's plain, simple cream of chicken. You can find it light. You can find it non-salted. You can find it just about any way you want. It doesn't matter whether it's Campbell's, Western Family, or anything. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put that right in there. What that does is give us a base into our product. And it just adds a little flavor. We got our potatoes and onions going over here. Now I'm going to show Angel here how to do the old-fashioned potatoes. See, everybody's got these fancy machines, you know, you do potatoes with. Well, we got our potatoes going here. That's going to go in here, because we got to quarter these things. What we're going to do is we're going to take our knife. I'll do this part, and I'll let you quarter 1/2 the potato, okay? Now your dad's over there filming. Just remember, if you cut yourself, he's going to sue me. Okay, we'll set that over there. Now, what we're going to do is you always, when you cut any type, whether it be meat, potatoes, carrots, anything, what you want to do is always tuck your fingers, because then your knife is always off to the side of your hand. You're not going to do this, because then one of these days you're going to go in this program and go, and by the way, since I've only got 3 fingers to cut with, so we always cut, and you can run it just about off a fingernail. And when you do that, you set the knife on the fingernail and move your nail back and tip it and watch. And we can also do another way. I'm going to show you something from an old school. And this is from the old school. Now that was a julienne cut, because that was at a 45-degree angle. Then we could do a straight cut. clean it off. Use the ends, and you notice I didn't cut through all of it because when I put it in my hand, it's going to break. Now, here you go. It's your turn. Okay, what Angel did right now, she did a very, very, very excellent job in cutting a 1/16 to a 1/4 inch cube. High five on that one. Great job. Potatoes have a lot of starch in them. They have a tendency upon boiling to gain the starch to the top of the water. That's when, with cooking potatoes and onions, go ahead, just about the time you're done, put just a little bit of cold water right on the top. What it does is it makes the starch coagulate to the side of the bowl, and you don't have. Same thing with noodles. Same thing with noodles. You're cooking spaghetti noodles, fettuccine, just your little spiral egg noodles for a chili mac. Same thing. Go ahead and take a little bit of cold water and touch it to it. What happens is the starch goes to the side. We're stirring these. Oh, I forgot the secret ingredients. I didn't even tell you that, did I? Ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of garlic. Garlic's good for the heart. And it's a tad and a splash. Tad. You just need a little bit of it. We got these boiling good. Now we're going to get that boiling. And you notice that I'm putting it with the potatoes and the onion. There's a reason behind that. Number one, onion has an oil. Number two, potatoes have starch. With these ingredients here, it dissipates it. And you don't end up with that meal that's, why does this taste like the glue that I ate in 4th grade? What you basically want to do is parboil them. You're just blanching the vegetables so that after you put them in the pan to bake, you have totally just this condensity of food that just makes your mouth water. If you overcook them, then you have what they call tricky pot mashed pie. It's plain and simple, but it'll all be good. Okay, we've got our turkey here and we got everything in there, and I couldn't have done it without my lovely, lovely helper here. She's been great. Now, what we're going to do here is we've got this to a boil. You can use what they call a butter roux, which is butter, flour, you actually bake it, or you can use a flour water roux, which is flour and cold water. But with a pot pie, you want clarity. You don't want your pot pie to be so dense that it looks like you just white walled the fence. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take a little cornstarch. Cornstarch. What we're going to do, and the measuring, there is really not a measurement on it. It's you will pour the cornstarch into the turkey pot pie mix. Now you, of course, don't need a whole box. Let's go ahead and put the water right. There you go. Now, what we're going to do with this cornstarch, which is just in a regular glass, we're going to take the rest of our cream of chicken. Cliche saying in the Bible, waste not, want not. Now we're just going to stir it. What you want to do is, you can feel by texture that it is mixing up into an actual roux. And the best way to do it is to churn it just like they did in the old days making mayonnaise from butter. You want a rapid turn. Then you want to take your spoon, get the corners, because cornstarch, like any other roux, if you have any clumps, which I feel one, is going to clump into the product. Now, come on over here and I'll show you a little trick. We're going to make sure we're all thickened up, and we're going to churn just a little bit as we're pouring directly into the middle, because that's the center of heat. Before we pour it all in there, hey, what's happening? Look at that. We're starting to get, that almost looks like a Schwann's pot pie. Well, we'll pour just a hair more. And again, it's upon pouring. You've got to make sure that while you're pouring it in there, you look at the consistency. Consistency, you want not a heavy gravy, and you don't want to really drop the spoon, because that's not going to help you. So we'll take that hot thing out of there, get a bigger spoon. And you notice the clarity is starting to come up. Taking the spoon, scraping the sides, because that's where your flavor is. We'll pour a little more. Now what I'm going to do is ask my lovely assistant, and you notice I still have just a hair more left, because what we have is the potatoes and the onion, which have liquid. It's going to thin it back up. So I'm going to ask my lovely assistant to grab that pan by both hands, and what we're going to do is we're just going to put it right in there. If you hold it, I'll put it in, okay? Rest it right there. Rest, there you go. Okay, that's enough. And then you're going to take that right over to the sink. And I'm going to stir this. And an old cliche of an old cook is, smelling pretty good. Now we're going to put the rest of our cornstarch in there. Now take in mind, we're going to be baking this. So you don't want to really thicken it up to its fullest extent right now, because you can actually do this as a turkey pot pie, and the way we're doing it with biscuits on top, you can do it as turkey pot pie dumplings, however you want to do it. It's all so easy. Come over here, Angel. Take a smell of that. Yeah. And it's so easy. Now, number one, the kids are going to pick out the onions. Everybody's been wondering what this onion is over here in this flipping water, though, right? I'm going to show you a little trick. Cutting onions. We already have our onions cut up. Onions was the number one ingredient with the potatoes. There's a little trick with cutting onions. I hate this. Oh my God. And you cry. So, why don't we soak it in a little cold water before we cut it? And virtually no tears. It helps you out. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to turn that heat off on everything. We have our oven already preheated at 350 degrees. Now what do? I'd say let's go to Burgerville, the heck with it, huh? Now we're going to make us a meal. We're going to stir that again, and notice our clarity. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to have Angel hold that pan right there. And I want you to hold it from the outside, because this is a hot product. What we're going to do is splash it on me and burn me instead of you. Hold it as close as you can, And you always want to bring from the top. And the reason why we're going from that direction is we want to get all that good stuff. It's smelling pretty good. What do you think? And that goes in a 9x12 pan. You can actually make it in a smaller pan. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't really matter. It's just a good, then you know what? We have enough product in the pan, and we're going to put that right in the middle because I know, hey, your dad likes turkey, so we'll stick that right in the middle. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to come over. Watch your hands. Okay. There we go. Have a little extra. You know what? I'm looking at some soup tomorrow. Add a little water to that extra. You got a killer soup. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our pan. I'm going to shake it. And since I made a total mess, but you know what? I've always been told something. Watch this. Never trust a skinny cook, and never trust a cook that brings a sack lunch to work. It just don't match. Okay, now we get to do the fun stuff. You like these? Because they blow up. You like that? Here, I want one too. You ain't gonna get all the fun. Okay, let's peel that thing apart. Whoa. Whoa. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna unroll it. You can make your own crust if you'd like, which is in another program. We're going to take these little things and we're going to go 1. Don't worry about that, dog will eat it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm ahead of you. There you go. There you go. I'm going to press it right over. I'll tell you what, Jet. I could not have done this program without this young lady helping me. She's been fantastic. Here. Keep going. Okay. You hand them to me and I'll put them in. How's that? That's all right. Here we go. Now take in mind that the bottom of the biscuit is not going to be as hard as the top like a biscuit. It's going to be a turkey pot pie. A lot of people call it turkey pot pie dumpling. Thing is, just lay them in there. We'll sneak that one in there like that, and we'll sneak that one in. Oh, did I do that? That's pretty good. Okay, now what we're going to do is open this oven that has been preheated to 350 degrees. We're going to bake this about 35, 45 minutes till those biscuits just start getting brown. And you know what? In just a little bit, I'm going to show you how to feed the family for a little while. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I've had a great time tonight doing this, and biggest applause goes to Angel. More help, because I mean, this other words would have been like an hour program. But guess what we've done, Angel? We've made a final project. Oh yeah, look at that. And if that don't make the family happy, nobody will. Again, I want to thank you. My name is Mike Gibson. I work with Todd, and this is my lovely assistant, Angel. I've had a great time. I expect to see you again. You know what? I will see you again. Have a great night, great day, great afternoon. Remember, cooking is fun. Bye-bye.
Okay, that's going to do it for this edition of Nowhere Videos Meat and Potatoes. I want to thank Mr. Mike Gibson for sharing his recipe with us tonight. And I also want to welcome him, officially welcome him, to the Nowhere Video family. And I also want to thank Angel for helping us out tonight. And we're going to see Mike in the second season of Meat and Potatoes, bringing us some more delicious dishes. So until next time, I'm Todd Hilton. Good taters, good meat, good grief, let's eat. We'll see you next time.